Welcome back to Learn with Sam and Ash. In this video, you will get a lot of sentences. More than sentences, important aspect is paraphrasing. I'll show you one sentence and two paraphrase version of those sentences. So you can learn a lot. Synonyms, how to create new sentences, plus grammar. Now, we have our IELTS Masterclass starting on 16th of this month. That is 16th of March. These sessions will help you to crack IELTS within 15 days itself. Do not forget to visit ieltsclass.learnwithsaminash.com and reserve your seat. Moreover, if you're looking to learn something about food or watch food related videos, do not forget to subscribe also A1 Cooking. Amazing channel. Let's begin with something called sentences. Have a look at the first one here. If you look at the first one, we have something called the weather was nice yesterday. This is very basic sentence, but we can make it a little bit more than basic, and that is, it was nice to see the climate being pleasant yesterday. Let me show you the third one and then we can discuss. Third one is the weather was pleasant the other day. So yesterday can be written as other day. The weather can be sometime written as climate, right? So and nice can be written as pleasant. So you can see a lot of synonyms as well as ways to write one sentence. 2. I am prosperous. I am very wealthy. This is also making sense together. And the last one is my favorite. I am doing well financially. So the word prosperous can be said as very wealthy or doing well financially, not just financially. Financially is a word. So financially means a word. Doing well financially in the sense you have a lot of money. Basically you have no money problem or almost no problems. So third one. He is young, he is not at all old, and he is youthful. See, youthful can have multiple meanings, but in this case, it will do because we needed 3 different paraphrase versions of them. So young, not at all old, and youthful. 4. What is the reason for you being late? Now, in this case, sentence is going to be fun. Why are you not on time? And the last one, my favorite, why have you delayed your arrival? In this case, so we have the word late, not on time, and delayed your arrival. In the sense, same thing. So late means you came not on time. On time is actually a phrase used for punctuality. Why are you not punctual? That becomes a kind of a habit or a trend, but not on time in the sense on that day. Right. And delayed your arrival in the sense, why did you come at this time? It's not the right time. Right. 5. What do you do for a living? Right. And you can say, what do you do professionally? Now this one makes sense with friends and family. So this is kind of informal actually. Right. This one is more of a formal side. What do you do professionally? And final one, very professional. What line of work are you in? Right, so we have what do you do for a living, professionally or do professionally, and finally, what line of work are you in? Line of work in the sense, which area are you working in? Same thing, but the first one, informal, second one and last one, the third one, formal terms. But yes, they are nice paraphrase versions of each other. 6. What is your favorite color? By the way, do not copy these sentences or take screenshots. The PDF version of these sentences you will get in the description of this video. You can download it and use it wherever you want. Okay. What is your favorite color? Which color do you prefer? Now we can add some time for certain things such as which color do you prefer for a car? Which color do you prefer for your shirt or anything? But if you say generally prefer, that means for everything in general. What is your favorite color? Which color do you prefer? And finally, which color do you like? So 3 of them are good words. Prefer, favorite, and like. Okay. 7. I am interested in gaming. Well, I like gaming. Second one, that is a paraphrase version, is I spend time mostly on gaming, right? That is, I am interested in gaming, spending time mostly on gaming. And final one, I prefer gaming as an interest. So preferring gaming or preferring something as an interest is same thing as interested in something. Also spending time on that shows that you like doing it. Kind of your hobby, right? 8. They aren't going to get a house this year. See, there are going to be a lot of sentences, so guys, relax, have your headphone and have something to eat. You're going to enjoy a lot. If you want, you can watch them in multiple turns, but I would suggest you to sit at a place or maybe at night and enjoy the video. They aren't going to get a house this year. They won't be purchasing a house this year, and finally they won't be acquiring a new home this year. Now look, going to get a house, won't be purchasing a house, and acquiring is also getting, owning basically. So these are the three different phrases, and house can be written as home as well sometime. So these are the paraphrase version of the first sentence. 9. Ash and Sam go to the studio by car every day. Okay, remember that there's a gap between every and day, and the reason for that is there are two different ways or two different meanings for that. So every day without blank and with blank are two different things. Please search and figure that out. Ash and Sam commute to the studio by car every day. Commute and to go somewhere are the same thing. And finally, they travel to the studio by their car daily. So every day becomes daily. Commute can become commute, to go or travel. Right. 10. Did she visit her friend yesterday? Very simple sentence. But let's have a look at what we have next. Did she come over to her friend's place the other day? Come over, right? That is because we use the single present tense because of the word did. Visit is also present form, not the past form, because we have the word did. And final one, did she see her friend yesterday? To come over, to visit and see someone are same thing. That is going to someone's place. 11. I have all the information about something. It doesn't matter, but I have all the information. And the next sentence is I know all the details. So all the information and all the details, similar things. And finally, I know all about it, about something basically. So all the information, all the details, and knowing all about it is kind of same thing, right? 12. Do you read the newspaper every day to enhance your English? Well, do you? Right? Well, let's have a look at the next sentence. Do you read newspapers to strengthen your English? Strengthen is to enhance, as you can see these words. Strengthen is enhance. And finally, do you read the newspaper daily to add to your English? To add to, in the sense to add knowledge to your whatever you have right now. Knowledge to your reservoir of English basically. And that's why we have three sentences: to enhance, to strengthen, and to add to. Okay, good. Let's have a look at number 13. Please let me know where you found the marker in the room. And the synonym of this, or the paraphrase version, is at which place in the room did you find the marker? Now this is question and that is a statement, both meaning the same thing. That is a request and this is a question. Where did you come by this marker in my room? Now this is my favorite. To come by in the sense to find something in some place, to come by. Okay, where did you come by this marker in the room? To come by this place or to come by this shirt, that means where did you find the shirt basically. 14th, we are having a good time. We are enjoying ourselves. Having good time is basically enjoying yourself. And finally, we are having a pleasant time. Pleasant time, enjoying yourself, or good time are same thing. Okay. 15. What is Ash going to have for dinner tonight? Well, I don't know, but we'll see. What is Ash going to feast on tonight? To feast on is generally not used in English informally, but it's kind of a fancy word to say what is she going to eat today or tonight. So dinner, having dinner, and going to have something for dinner in the sense eat, or feast is also same thing. What is Ash going to consume for dinner? So this is way too formal, I would say that. To have or to eat is the most common, then comes to feast, and then comes to consume, which is very rare though, but it makes sense, it's correct, it's not incorrect. 16. Smartphone prices will come down again. I hope. I'm planning to buy one. So, smartphones will be inexpensive again. Will come down again, that is prices coming down is inexpensive, not expensive. And smartphone will be sold for a low price again. to be sold for a low price. Again, in the sense, same thing, inexpensive or price coming down. Three different ways of saying it. 17. He's going to miss the English class as he is busy. So we have an English class, somebody is busy, we can say he's going to miss the English class as he is busy. He won't be a part of the English class as he is engaged somewhere. Now this doesn't make sense. We have to add somewhere, because engaged in the sense something related to some person. So engaged somewhere makes sense. And finally, he won't be joining the English session as he is occupied. I like this best. Busy, occupied, and then come engaged somewhere. Three of them are not bad, but yeah, engaged, occupied is much better. 18th, I am starving, hence I want a piece of chocolate. Starving in the sense I need food right now, right? I'm craving. A part of chocolate would do as I am famished. Nice word. Famished in the sense I really need food. Famine when you have no food, that is famished, and starving towards. And finally, I'm feeling peckish. Now this is mainly used in UK English, very informally. I'm feeling peckish in the sense I need a lot of food. Hence, I want a piece of chocolate. Okay. 19th. She's going to walk home as her car isn't working today. Very simple sentence. You all know that. Now let's have a look at the next one. Her car broke down and she will be walking home. Now, car isn't working in the sense broke down. It's not working anymore. And finally, she'll be traveling on foot as her car isn't working today. So traveling on foot or walking by foot is the same thing. That means she'll be walking home. So these are the three things we can have. 20. What can you tell me about your channel? About your YouTube channel, right? What can you inform me about your channel? To tell someone or to inform someone are same thing. And finally, what can you say about your channel? So next time if someone says that, tell me something about yourself, you can say, what can I inform you about myself? Or what can I say? So tell me, inform me, or say to me, or say about your things, right? So these are the three ways to say that. 21. I had to stop to make a phone call. Right, you had to sometimes stop on the highway, right? I had to stop to make a phone call. I had to take a halt to make a phone call. To take a halt, actually halt is a German word basically, but in English it's widely used. To stop is to halt, take a halt. So I had to take a halt to do this. And finally, to call, I had to stop. Very simple sentence. To call is to make a phone call, is to call as well, and halt is to stop, right? 22nd, I have to get up at 6 o'clock. I can never. I'm not a morning person. I'm an evening person. I'm a kind of a nocturnal. Right? I'm not an animal, but yes, I sleep very late. I have to get up at 6 o'clock. I must get up at 6 o'clock. Have to is a synonym of must. That's like a condition. You have to do it, right? And finally, I ought to wake up. See, ought to and must are a little bit different. Ought to is kind of a responsibility. You ought to save plants, so it's kind of a responsibility. Must is kind of a force. You must leave now. That means there is no way, you have to get out. It doesn't matter if it's a responsibility or not. Ought to is based on responsibility, but sometimes it works. Sometimes. 23rd. This exercise has so many words that I must look them up in the dictionary. Sometimes it happens, right? We get difficult words, so you open the dictionary, you look them up in the sense, look at the next one, search them. As this exercise has several comments, I must search in the dictionary. Sometimes instead of words we say comment, so many sentences, right? Must search and look them up, I'll say is the same thing. Okay, there are so many words in this activity that I need to look them up in the dictionary. Activity, exercise, anything you like, you can say that. But you see, there are different ways of using, let's say, these words and creating three different sentences. 24th. Do you read books every day to learn new concepts? You should actually. Books are the best friends and the best way to learn new concepts, because every book has a different way of understanding, right? Anyway, do you read books every day to learn new concepts? Do you read books daily to gain knowledge about new ideas? See, new concepts, new ideas, all the same. Do you regularly study books to learn about novel concepts? Novel concepts is a little bit formal term again, and to study about books, or study books in the sense you get into research in the books also, meaning, so yes, it's not about reading directly, but yeah, it also means in a way to read and speculate on them. 25. Exams in India can be tricky sometimes. Yes, some exams are tricky. Examination in India occasionally present challenges. Very nice way of saying that. Tricky or presenting challenges. Occasionally is sometimes. Tests in India can occasionally be quite challenging. Quite challenging or present challenges are the same thing. Occasionally, sometime, same thing, and quite challenging, same thing. So different ways of saying the same thing. So you get a lot of sentences. 26th. I'm going to Bangalore in a year. Basic. In a year, I'm planning to travel to Bangalore. Making sense. I'm hoping to go to Bangalore in a year. Nice way of saying same thing, but very basic, but yes, making sense that even basic sentences can be made, spicy, you can say that, with paraphrasing. 27th. Ash always gets up early in the morning, even on holidays. Okay, that's partially true. Okay, even on days she doesn't have to work, Ash wakes up early. Right, so that means doesn't have to work in the sense there's nothing to do, that is holiday. Even on vacation, Ash wakes up early every day. Now this is a different meaning. Vacation means going out and enjoying, but yes, you have vacation, then you don't have to work, kind of different, but yes, in a way related, right? 28th. I walked through these streets every day when I was young. So yes, you might have some streets in your place where you walked a lot. I walked through these streets every day when I was young. I passed through these streets often when I was junior. Well, generally we don't use the word, but yes, it's correct. And finally, when I was a junior high, I frequently traveled through these neighborhoods. Nice words, neighborhoods. The neighborhoods can be used for these streets, and also young can be called junior. So you can say small sentences or short sentences can be made a little bit long. 29th. We would have arrived at the destination if we were not lost in the maze. Nice way. So it's a nice sentence about, let's say, we would have arrived at the destination if we were not lost in the maze. Maze are, in Hindi we call them bhul bhulaiya. That means when you're stuck somewhere. It's like round and round. We would have arrived at the shop if we were on track in the labyrinth. So labyrinth is a maze, synonym of labyrinth, and maze, and both of them are synonyms. And finally, if you hadn't become disoriented in the maze, we would have reached our goal. Becoming disoriented has two meanings. One is by body and one by the path. So here it's all about the path. Okay. 30. If the door is locked, you must go out the window. Well, never do that. If the gate is latched, you must go out the window. Latched in the sense with wiring or something, right? Generally, it means that, but yeah, in a way locked. And finally, you have to exit through the window if the entrance is locked. Very nice way. Door is generally for entrance, right? Or gate is entrance. So entrance, gate, and door. And when we have to exit through, that means leave or go, right? 31. I called my friend in need and he didn't disappoint me at all. You see that? They mentioned I called my friend in need and he didn't disappoint me at all, in the sense, you'll see. I called my savior and he lived up to my expectation. Living up to someone's expectation in the sense they did what they were supposed to do. That means not disappointing you at all. And savior in the sense your helper in a way. When I was in need, I phoned my friend and he was excellent. Wonderful. I like this one though. Living up to someone's expectation, that's the best way to say that they did what they were supposed to do. 32. He is interested in making friends. Okay. He is fascinated with making companions. So friends can be said companions, and fascinated in the sense interested also. He is eager to meet new people. So yes, it's true. Eager in the sense you're waiting for the opportunity, looking for the opportunity, and new people in the sense, yes, companions, right? 33. There is some cheese left in the box. Could you take it before it is gone? In the package, there is still some cheese. Please accept it before it is lost. I know this is a little bit different, but yes, you can say that. There is a little cheese left in the box. Could you take it before it is finished? So gone in the sense eaten, right? Lost in the sense maybe lost in the stomach, right? It's a possibility. 34, he has a lot of money due to his recent endeavors. Nice word, endeavors. There's a car by their name as well, a nice car. He has a lot of funds due to his current ventures. See, current venture in the sense trying something new, basically a new business or startup. He has a lot of money because of his present business. So business, venture and endeavors are very similar to each other, and have a lot of funds, or he's financially independent. Remember the first or second sentence we discussed. 35. It is challenging to decide the winner as his artwork is as good as yours. Nice. So because you know they are very similar. Look at the next one. His artwork is equally as impressive as yours, making it difficult to choose a victor. Very nice way of presenting this actually. Nobody thought about that. I never did actually. Equally as impressive as yours, in the sense as good as yours, making it difficult to choose a victor. Victor is also a name generally in Europe and US, but victor also means somebody who's victorious or winner. It isn't easy to decide on the champion as his artwork is equally satisfactory as yours. So equally good. Satisfactory generally is not a good word to say here, but making sense, right? It's okay. 36. Having written the test, we felt that we had done something. Right. That means after writing the test, we felt, oh, we did something great. Having written the assessment, we thought we had done something. So assessment is used for test. And finally, writing the exam made us feel as though we had accomplished something. Done something, or again, the done something part is same. Test and assessment are different. Or exam is also something new way, right? 37. Is there anything to drink? I want a glass of water, please. Is there anything to drink? I would like to have a glass of water, please. Like to have or have, I want is the same thing. Are there any drinks available? Nice. So is there anything to drink can be written as are there any drinks available? Please pass the water over to me in a tumbler, or whatever you can say, anything. This is extra information, but yes, they are a paraphrase version of them. 38. We regret so much that we couldn't finish the project on time. We regret in the sense something happened, you didn't like it. So we regret so much that we couldn't finish the project on time. We are sorry that we couldn't complete the project timely, that is on time. We deeply regret not being able to complete the job on time. Project, job, same thing. Deeply regret, or we are sorry about that, same thing. 39. Luckily, they put out the fire instantly. There was somewhere fire and somebody helped you to get rid of it. That's called luckily they put out the fire instantly. Fortunately, they quickly extinguished the fire. And finally, fortunately, they put on the heat swiftly. Swiftly is quickly, extinguishing the fire quickly is same thing, and put out the fire. Put on in the sense take or use, put out is off. 40. Can you pick me up after your office hours? Can you pick me up after your office hours? Can you please fetch me post your business hours? Or office hours you can also use. Business also means similar, but not necessarily all the time. But just fetch me post in the sense after. Are you able to fetch me up after business hours? Right. This is a fetch me up in the sense, pick me up. 41. Ash was sleeping when I came to see her at her place. Ash was sleeping. Ash was resting when I came to see her at her location. Location is place and resting is kind of sleeping. When I went to visit Ash at her address, she was sleeping. Basically, using the word when, we can create new ways using a comma. Right, so this is what I'm showing in these sentences. 42. Have you ever seen a person so consistent? Sometimes people work so hard, we call them. Have you ever seen a person so consistent? Have you ever seen an individual so steady? That means working in the same thing, steady, individual person. Have you ever seen someone who is so reliable? That means working the same thing, consistent, steady, reliable, same thing almost. 43. I have a few chocolates left. Would you like to have one? I have a few more sweets left. Would you like one? And I still have a few candies. If so, would you like one? So these are ways of saying same thing, and you can see that we have would you like or if so, and I still have. All these ways you should remember, because this will help your grammar to enhance. 44. The company I worked for isn't doing well due to the pandemic. Actually, this was a big trouble, in COVID. So pandemic, many companies had a problem. The company I work for isn't doing well due to the pandemic. The pandemic is having a negative impact on the business I work for. And finally, my company's operations are being negatively impacted by the epidemic. Amazing way, negatively impacted, or work isn't doing well, or you can say that negative impact. 3 of them correct. 45. Due to the rush to go home to the festival, no tickets will be left, because people go on Holi, Diwali, Christmas, everywhere, or Eid. Due to the rush to go home to the festival, no tickets will be left. There won't be any tickets remaining due to the rush to go get home for the festival. Or due to the rush to get home for the event, there won't be any tickets left. Right, this is what I like, the last one. 46. You must sanitize your hand on the premises. Premises in the sense, you will see that soon. You must not leave the site or the place without cleaning your hands. And finally, you must wash your hands before leaving the area. Premises are generally for office, so can be called the site or the area where things are going on, basically the main area. 47. How do you do this? I am still working on the current file. How do you manage this? I am battling with the existing file. And finally, how have you managed this? I am having trouble with the current version. Nice way of saying this. How do you do this? In the sense, how do you manage this? And I'm still working on the same thing. I'm battling with the existing file, or having trouble with the existing file. In the sense, same thing, that you have problem with the file, you're working on that. 48. She has never been to a party and now she regrets it. She has never been to a gathering and now she feels sorry about it. Basically, regrets can be feeling sorry. Gathering is generally a party. She now laments having never attended a party. Lamenting in the sense being sad, kind of crying and being like, oh my god, what happened, right? So lamenting is the same thing. 49. I'm hearing a lot about your behavior and nothing is positive. That's very negative comment. I'm hearing a lot about your conduct and nothing is hopeful. So positive in the sense like somebody did bad or something really nasty. So you can say that this is not nice. I'm not hearing good things about you. Everything I heard about you behavior is dismal. Dismal in the sense negative again. Right? 50. Having worked for such a long time, the company started trusting him. Because some people work for a long time in a company, they are trustworthy. Having been associated for a long time, the organizers started believing him. And finally, the business began to trust him because he had worked there for so long. Same thing, trust him, or believing in someone, right? So these are the ways. And finally, 51. Now, I'm thinking that we should actually have part 2 of this. Right, you can watch these 50 again if you want, and 51 to 100 will provide you in part 2.